Hello everybody, thanks for tuning in and thanks for getting in here, and this is your chance and your opportunity, and thank God that you were here today, and thank yourself that you are in here today. Now, I came a long way and I created something to be able to help others. Now, I am a medical doctor, and it was after my experiences in work, or most especially my experience in the coma that happened years ago, that I discovered that I did something wrong in my life, and I could have done better. The many things I want to tell people today, the many things I want people to know today so that they can make their lives better. So I discovered I made a big mistake. Now, nothing in life is really a mistake because we learn from our errors. But there's just one thing I am here to do, and this is helping others have a better life and helping others age healthily. But health here has to do with everything in life. It has to do with your economy, it has to do with your social life, it has to do with your biology, it has to do with your physique. And these are pretty important, most especially your spiritual self. Now, talking about economy, the economical health, I discovered I made a big mistake. Why? Because there are many things that I know today that I would have loved to know while I was still young, at about 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 years old. The many things they do not teach you at school today, and I want you to know that families can grow healthier if they know the truth. People can grow healthier and happier if they know the truth. Now, I will show you the truth and show the reason why you are here. And if you are here, I know you want to make something good in your life, right? And you want to do good to other people too. And you do not have to be greedy, because to be successful in life and to be happy in life, you will always have to do something to serve other people. All right? So it depends on what you want to do to serve other people, and I call it your destiny. So in the course, you'll see as you go through this training, if you go to the next step, you keep on clicking to get to the courses, you will discover exactly what it means to become a genius in 7 steps. Now, it starts with the first step is how to transform your days into your destiny, and how to define your destiny in less than 7 words. Now, this is how you can turn everything that is impossible into possible in your life. Number 2, how you can grow healthily. Number 3, how to read smartly and intelligently. Number 4, how you can memorize intelligently. Number 5, how you can increase your self-esteem. Number 6, how you can increase your mental equilibrium. And number 7, how to increase peace and courage, your patience most especially, and courage. Now, these are the 7 steps I created as a training that I didn't find around the world, and I did lots of trainings and I didn't find this solution. And I created this solution to be able to make things easier, because before you get into the life of success, before you have that money, you need to know that the engine is your brain. So you need to be active in here, and you need to turn on the light in your brain. So I wish they had taught me this when I was young, because today I just realized that I had lost a lot of time. Now, people buy houses in about 30 years of work. Now, you can do it in 5 years if you activate your brain. Okay? So I'm going to show you exactly why you are here. Now, you have to be patient with yourself and listen to this. Now, we have 4 kinds of people in this world. We have people at the first level, people at the second level, people at the third level, and people at the 4th level. Now, I know we have Robert Kiyosaki that explains in his own way, Warren Buffett explains in his own way. Different entrepreneurs explain in different ways, but it's something similar. But I'll be straight and I'll show you exactly why you need to create cash flow, which is what they don't teach you at school. Now, the first level is where you depend on people. This is where you gain per hour. Okay, you gain money, euros or dollars, per hour. Whoever gains money per hour is in here. Now, any kind of profession, medical doctors, engineers, bartenders, all those people will those employees, who work per hour and get money per hour are in here. These are people who do not use the brain and they just do exactly what the employers ask them to do. Okay, so they just offer their services and they're doing something as a job, okay, to be able to gain something to live. Now, the idea is, what happens is you only gain per hour and you have a certain amount of money per month, which will never rise. If it rises, it rises only by a few dollars or a few euros, and you will never, ever, if you gain like 1,000 a month, you will never go over 2,000 a month, okay, if you keep on doing this. And this is what you have all your life, and this is where you get your house. For example, after working for 30 years, you have a house. And believe me, I believe it is not human to be able to make human beings work for 30 years to be able to get just a roof for themselves and work hard to eat every day. That is not human. 30 years to be able to have just one house, man, that's really sad. So the economy, the system here, according to me, you're just working for the system. Now, it's like being a slave for the system, okay? Working for the system is like just being operators for the system. And this is, if you're here and you're getting per hour, this is where you are. It doesn't matter whether you're a medical doctor, it doesn't matter whether you're an engineer, it doesn't matter what kind of profession you're a judge, whatever. This is where you are, okay? Now, and this is where I am as a medical doctor, okay? So I'm not scared to say that. So this is where we are, and we will always be here. And the economy, the system was organized to be able to keep you here, so that you can keep things moving. We need operators, we need employees to be able to. So we give you contracts, short-term contracts, long-term contracts, okay, and would ask you to save money. You just save little money, right? And you never go anywhere. If you're saving just 100, 500 per year, 1,000 per year, maybe. You're running the rat race. You're running the rat race, and you do that all your life, okay? And this is why many people just keep on fighting, talking about school, all those things, the homeworks, universities, college, and everything in here, anything about school, anything that makes you get a degree, whatever it is, you simply just try to get a job to work for somebody else. Those guys who do not have a brain, those guys who take the C's, they get the guys with the A's to be able to work for them here. So school, those guys would actually determine what you have to learn at school, just tell you what you need to know to keep you in here, all right? So you'll never get out, because this is a system, this is a program, okay? It's a program, and you will never get out, right? So they never teach you at school, for example, how to manage your economy, how to grow healthy and wealthy. Those are things they don't teach you at school. You have to learn that privately, by trainers, by entrepreneurs, by coaches, by experts, okay, like I do. So people in here keep on talking about things of the past, stories. When they have free time, they go on holidays and they spend. They call them the consumers. These are the consumers. Whenever they have the little money, they have the little savings, they spend it on holidays. They buy just a little extra, okay, to be happy, because they are really tolerant. They appreciate what they have, and when they have a little more money, some invest. That's true. Some just use the money and they do the greatest, the best holidays because they're stressed, right? And most of them are depressed and have lots of anxiety. All those problems we medical doctors face today, because we face these patients daily. Because the problem is they don't have peace in that system, because they're in here and they keep on fighting against themselves instead of making love. They keep on fighting against themselves, talking about homework, talking about what happened yesterday, talk about how we can go to the bar during the free time and drink to relax. Now, what do you do during your free time? I showed that in the lesson. So if you're interested in knowing how you can get out of here, You can keep on clicking to go forward. Click into one of the links to be able to get to the courses on how to become a genius in 7 steps, or one of the 7 steps that you need to be able to reach your success. Okay, so just click on any of the links and just keep on going. Okay, or just grab the courses and start working on your brain, because even if we gave this guy here $1 million, €1 million, he'll waste it. Why? Because he's not mentally programmed to be able to manage cash flow. He is not mentally programmed to be able to maintain cash flow. So if he has the money, he'll lose it. He'll take the money and use it for, maybe he will invest, but if he's not active in investing, or if he is not the creator, if he doesn't know his destiny, if he doesn't know his purpose, he will lose all the money, because he will invest in other people who actually are not practicing his destiny. Okay, so it's a mental process. It's a program, and you need to have that training. Okay, and those trainings are actually in the new school I created. You becoming a genius in 7 steps to be able to reach your destiny. Right from the moment you were able to define your destiny and how to manage your life and health and money, so that you can always grow healthier, and inspire other people, especially your families, your kids, to be able to grow healthy too. Okay, so it's not about using other people's products and following other people's dreams. It's about creating your product, because you are the product if you know your destiny, as I define in lesson, as you describe, as you can define in less than 7 words. So here you are a consumer. All the fuel you put in the cars, the water you drink every day, the things you buy, the clothes and stuff. If you look in your house, everything, all those things you bought, you just consumed. But the question is, what did you create for somebody else? How did you serve the next person around you? Did you create something to make his life better? That was supposed to be your duty. But you spend your time giving and searching for, and you spend your time following somebody else's dream, in a very few words. Now, I don't want to go into these details, but if you're doing any of these, if you're an employee and if you're getting per hour, if you always talk about school, where many people have degrees today, but the deal is, if you have your degree, how much are you paying for all the loans you had? How long will it take for you? How long will it take you to pay all that money back? And do you have that freedom? Are you at peace with yourself? I'm not talking about those people who had many things from their parents, who grew up with a golden spoon. No, I'm talking about people starting from 0. How you can go from 0 to 1. There's special books today. And if you find any entrepreneur, follow the classes. Training is necessary. Training is necessary to be able to start building the mindset, training your brain, and turning every liability in assets. But we'll talk about that later on. Okay? So this is number 1 here. Okay? All those things we talk about in the past, that does not create a future. And that just makes us spend, taking our money from the pockets. These are all liabilities. Liabilities. Here we are just consumers, liabilities. Okay? Number 2, these are people who have not the social security number, but who have an agency or a little company, but who are freelancers. Okay? The freelancers. In Italian called the partita IVA. Okay, and these are people who do not want to have employers, who want to work on their own and reach the future. Okay, so they don't have that great capital, but they're trying to have their own their own jobs. Okay, that they created, and they don't get per hour. That's the only difference they have here. These people pay lots of taxes. It goes from 40% to 60%, more or less. Well, it depends on the areas around the world. Okay, so these they pay a lot of taxes. So they're in the same situation. These guys will never get out, because if you want to look at the balance every month, these people are either at a 0 or on a minus, as dollars or euros. That's the balance in every month. or in the long run, just you're getting cars that are not that you didn't even buy cash. You're living on debts all your life, or at least for half a lifespan. You're reaching at 60 and you're buying a house at 60. That's too late. You should be enjoying life at 30. You should be enjoying life at 40. You should be traveling around the world and enjoying and living different cultures and traditions at an early age. So here we're still in the same boat, okay? Still in the same boat. Now, here the third class are people who have companies. Now, these people who have companies are doing the best, right? In Italiano we'll talk about the società, responsabilità limitata. What happens is, well, they're good, they pay less taxes, okay? Well, more or less it depends on what area around the world, but let's talk about Italy here. We're about 20%. We're paying less taxes with respect to these people. What happens is they have to have a great revenue to be able to pay other professionals to be able to do the accountancy. Okay, so these people here, if they have any big problems, they close the companies and they open another company. Right? They can open up companies, and that's cool. That's good. It's better than these, okay? Because you have less taxes and you have some extra money. And if you have any big problem with this one, you close this one and you open up another one. Okay, you can call this one number one, you can call this one number two, and so on and so forth. So these people are better than these because they have less taxes, okay? So this is when you start reasoning better. That's good. But we have a fourth class of people. Now the fourth class of people, I'll just keep it short. The fourth class of people are guys who know exactly what they're doing. These are guys who know their destiny, who know their purpose in life. These are business owners. But these business owners, I'll define them better. These business owners are not just business owners. Well, it depends. The real business owners, call them the real business owners, are the entrepreneurs. Now, who is an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is somebody who has problems to solutions. And they find a few problems to a few solutions, and they just need that to be able to have a great cash flow. Okay. And these people, what do? Single people are a little group of people, but they're mostly single. The entrepreneurs have a great mind, and they just have that stable mentality. Okay, they went through that mental training, and they know what life is all about. So these guys here have the mental stability. Why would I call it mental stability? If you give them $1 million, they'll know how to transform that in 5 million. If you give them 5 million, they'll know how to transform that in 10 million. These guys, what did they do here? They created a system. Now, this is what these guys are not thinking about. And these guys are pretty lazy. The consumers are pretty lazy. They don't use their brain. They just receive orders and just effect orders. These guys over here are not, their brains are not lazy. Their brains are pretty active. They create a system. And this system is the cash flow. And this cash flow, if you really want to be successful economically, you need to grow at least 7 streams of income. Now the deal is, if you do not know your destiny, you cannot create this stream of income. You need to know your destiny. And I show that in the lessons, in the training, in my course, Becoming a Genius in 7 Steps is the first course. It is the most important because it is the key to life. It makes it easy. You cannot have solutions, you cannot have everything given to you if you do not know how to use your brain. Your brain has to be mutated, it has to change. And you need to have that courage, that patience, that mental equilibrium, that capacity of reading smartly, reading a book a day, for example, having great memory. Because it's your brain that you need to be able to maintain the cash, to be able to maintain the cash flow. This is where I want to take everybody. This is where I want these guys to reach. I want them to get here, and we'll get here, and get here. But most of all, I want these to get directly here. And I showed you how to do that. It starts from your brain. I cannot give you fish to just eat if you're hungry. I want to teach you how to fish so that you can eat all your life. So These are the things we didn't learn in school. These are the things people go to school because they want to survive on the long run. They need a job, they need to work, they need money. You don't need a job, you need money. Do not fool your brain. You're fooling yourself. You talk about, I want a job. You don't want a job. You need money to maintain yourself. So you have to be honest with yourself, and it starts by working with your brain, okay? So this is the reason why we're here today, to be able to help many people create their own cash flow. And this starts by knowing your destiny, as I showed in the first lesson in the trainings. Okay, so just click to be able to continue to be able to get access to the videos. And I hope you will be successful in life, because in there are rules. You should never be negative, and be positive mind-wise with your emotions, with your thoughts, and with your words. Okay, so I want to thank everybody who's been here until now. I want to thank my dad. I want to thank my family. I want to thank my friends for having supported me all this while I was growing till date. Thank them for everything they've done to me today. I want them to forgive me if I underestimated their capacities, if I did anything wrong to them anytime, and I want them to forgive me for not being present when they needed me. But I was pretty busy trying to create this and trying to figure out where I was and what was going wrong. So I decided to create what I created, and now I can really help you. So forgive me, please. I thank you for being here, and I really love you, and you should know that. And this is what you need to know to be able to tell your kids, and tell your mates, tell your wives, tell your husbands, tell your grandpas and grandmas. And this is where life changes, okay? And this is when you start facing the truth and making life better. You need to activate your brain, and I am here to help you. I'm a medical doctor. Don't forget that that's my profession, but that is not my destiny. All right? That could be my job, but that's not my destiny. My destiny is inspiring you and motivating you to be able to have a healthy aging, okay? Healthy aging as a medical doctor and as an anti-aging medical doctor. So, but right now, I'm not in service. This is not not practicing my profession right now. What I'm actually doing right now is my destiny, helping people age healthier. Alright, so thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. So click and keep on going, and good luck in all the lessons.